What's up, guys? It's Star, and welcome back for our Week 6 battle of the IBL versus the Muchalucha Hawluchas, coached by Mr. Shellshock himself. I am Venom Star, the coach of the Portland Tirtougas, and we're going to be watching this battle and commentating over it. But before we start, I just want to say, I don't know if you guys knew about it because it was in like random chats that you guys probably can't see. I didn't really say anything about it, but I did trade Magneton, our Bastion, for Colossus, the Registeel. So you'll see him used a little bit in this battle. He also is in our team for this battle. Our team here before we get started is Thundurus, Incarnate, Flygon, Porygon 2, Granbull, Registeel, and Chandelure. Sometimes I forget the actual names of the Pokemon when I have them nicknamed on my IBL team. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop right into the battle right now. Sorry, I have to say right now because I've got to get the timing right when I actually put the video in the thing. I say that every time, but yeah. So he sends in Corundum the Sableye, and we go ahead and lead with Thundurus, Incarnate, in that Dream Ball or Love Ball, I don't know which one it is, but he goes for a taunt, which is perfectly fine for us because we are going to end up going for a knockoff to get whatever item he has off of him, which I think is left. No, it's Citrus Berry. So we already got some decent damage off. But sadly for us, or no, and then we go ahead and switch out into right. But sadly for us, he does go for a recover, so that kind of negates pretty much anything that Thundurus just did, except for getting that Citrus Berry off, and he would have used it anyways if we would have done that damage without getting rid of the Citrus Berry. So the Sableye goes for Will-O-Wisp on our right, which is totally fine because we are especially invested and we're a special attacker, and we go for the Earth Power to get some decent damage off on the Sableye, and I think he opts to switch out the Sableye so we don't get another hit on him and kill. And he sends out Roadblock the Snorlax, which is a bit of a problem for our Flygon because we don't have any fighting type moves. I don't think we do. Oh no, we do. We have HP fighting, but it doesn't do that much. But that was a critical hit with that Earth Power, so obviously it's going to be eating up hits left and right from our Mons, because I think Snorlax is more specially defensive than it is physically defensive. So we go ahead and out into Binky, which happens to have close combat and also Intimidate, so we can get that Intimidate drop to prevent any high damage rolls from Body Slam. As you can see, that did help a little bit here. We didn't take too much damage from the Body Slam, and we also didn't get paralyzed. So Shell opts to switch out Roadblock for Corundum back into the battle with Corundum, and we go for the close combat. He predicts that and obviously sends in Corundum, or the Sableye, so he can get that absorbed with the Ghost type, but he also uses Will-O-Wisp on our Binky, which totally wrecks our attack stat, but we can still finish off the Sableye with a Play Rough, and that goes down right there. So we're doing not too bad. We have 2 Mons burned, one of which is a physical attacker, so that's kind of a problem. And then we go ahead and switch out when he sends in his Manectric, and we switch into Dipper the Porygon 2, just to take any attack that he might have stored in that Manectric, which I think will be a Volt Switch if I'm not mistaken. No, he also gets the Intimidate drop, which I was hoping to get on the Thundurus Incarnate, or no, it's Discharge, but I was hoping to get on the Thundurus Incarnate because we were physical Thundurus with Defiant. So if we got an Intimidate drop, then we would get a +2 attack boost, which would have been great. I think it's the same. I forgot if it lowers 1 and then ups 2, so you're just +1, or if it lowers 1 and then it doesn't lower it because it like negates it by the ability and then raises it by 2, so it's like a Swords Dance. But I don't know. He sends in Roadblock, which is a Snorlax, and we use a Recover on Dipper and go for the Toxic on Roadblock. But I forgot that Snorlax gets immunity, so he really didn't he was immune to the Toxic basically, and he goes ahead and Toxics the Porygon 2 back, so that puts us in a little bit of a bad situation. So we go ahead and switch out into Registeel the Colossus. It was not nicknamed. I forgot if Magic forgot to nickname it when he genned it or what, or just can't be nicknamed, I don't know. But it is named Colossus, and he goes for the Body Slam, which does not do much damage, and he goes ahead and switches out of Snorlax into Meliodas, which I think is the Garchomp. Yes, it's the Garchomp. So we go ahead and go for the Stealth Rock, which was a little bit helpful in the majority of this battle. But we go ahead and switch out of Colossus into our right, the Flygon, and to try and take any ground type move if he goes for it, because we do have Levitate, and he opts to go for the Stealth Rock as well. So there's Stealth Rocks on both sides of the field, and he also switches out Meliodas, the Garchomp, into Milady, the Escavalier, and which ends up being a little bit of a problem because we do not have many fire-type moves on any of our Mons in this battle, because I totally forgot about Escavalier and how it's only weak to fire 4 times, so we don't really have much in the way of offense for this Escavalier apart from our Chandelure. So we do get hurt by the burn, and we're already kind of crippled, and we switch out again. I think we double switched rather to try and bait something so we could get a free switch into Atlas, but he does go for the Iron Head. Yeah, so I was baiting the Steel type move so we could take that a little bit faster, a little bit easier. And we do go for the Calm Mind, assuming he was going to switch, but he predicts us to predict him to switch out because he thinks we're going to use a Flamethrower, and he decides to stay in, right, and go for the knockoff, which takes us out. Sadly, I was hoping he would think I would go in Flamethrower just to try and get the quick kill, but I went for the Calm Mind, thinking he was going to switch just to play safe, but he decided, he actually thought about that for a while, I think. So he definitely knew what he was doing. He didn't just randomly forget to switch or something. But we go for the knockoff on Milady, getting rid of its expert belt, and he goes for the knockoff on us, getting rid of our choice band, which is kind of a good and a bad thing in this situation because we can now U-turn out to just save us a little bit longer. At least a Thunderous, and oh, it was a critical hit on the Escavalier. So we opt to, I keep saying off, but we go ahead and switch out to Ready Steel our Colossus to hopefully eat up whatever attacks it has and go for a Earthquake, I think it was an Earthquake. Yeah, the Mega Horn is taken pretty well by the Ready Steel, actually really well. We go for the Rock Slide, which is I think neutral damage, but it doesn't quite kill, but we do get the flinch, so we basically get a free hit again on the Escavalier, which is dope fresh. And we end up taking out the Escavalier as well, so that's 2 Mons down that we've taken care of, and then he sends in his Manectric to try and combat anything going on with this Ready Steel with Intimidate, but also we have Clear Body, so we are totally good with that. And he goes for the Volt Switch to try and take us out. And I think this is where we decide, or not take us out, but just a double switch, and I think this is where we decided to go for the normal gem boosted explosion, which sadly, because we only invested 228 EVs in attack and not 252 attack EVs, we did not kill the Garchomp, as you will see right now. It barely lives. It has, I think it wasn't that much health, but it was in the red, and it lives from the explosion, which maybe kind of tilted. I'll put on tilt for the rest of the game if I wasn't already playing on tilt. I was playing pretty bad for the rest of the game. And he goes for the Rock Slide just to quickly take out that Thunderous. So that's 2 Mons basically taken out in 1 turn from him. I was hoping to take out that. I was just trying to carry on the legacy of Steve. You know, it was for Steve. It wasn't a real strat. It was for Steve. It was to carry on his legacy, and we sadly failed. I failed the mighty nerdy Steve, Family Man Steve, and I'm very sorry, Steve. I did not mean to fail you, but I will try and redeem myself in the future. Just keep that in mind, okay? And he sends out Roadblock as we send in Dipper, our Porygon suit, and we go ahead and go for the Tri-Attack, trying to get some sort of status and survive just a little bit longer. And if we would have gotten a little bit of a higher roll, like we would have been able to kill it if we would have gotten a slightly higher roll on that Tri-Attack, but it sadly is not enough to take the Snorlax out, so he goes for a rest, fully regenerating his HP, I think. Right? Yeah, so fully regens his HP, and we sadly have to knock him all the way back down, just with the little amount of firepower that we have left on our team. So we go into right and try and bait something with the Hidden Power Fighting, I think, right here, if I'm not mistaken, after it goes for the burn and everything. Yes, we go for the Hidden Power Fighting, and he does have a Chocolate Berry, so we definitely got rid of that, which is good, even though Hidden Power Fighting, as you can see, would not have done much, because I think it only halves the damage from fighting type moves, so if we would have gone for another one, it wouldn't have done much damage. So I decided just to go for an Earth Power to possibly get more damage done, and he goes for the Body Slam to go ahead and take us out, I think. Yes, he does. He does end up taking us out right there. So I think we have at least one more Mon left. Yes, we have Binky and Porygon 2, I'm pretty sure. So we're just kind of just living on the last little strands of life here. Everything is either burned or just statused or on low health or something like that, and it looks like he's trying to preserve the differential, and he goes into his Manectric to take out our Granbull real quick. I also get another Intimidate drop just so I don't do too much damage with him. And as you can see, that close combat did practically nothing against it with the burn, attack lowering, and the Intimidate drop, so it's not going to do too much. And for some reason I switched out. I'm pretty sure there's just like no point in switching out anymore. I guess I was trying to preserve some sort of differential just in case I got some sort of win or something. I don't know. Dipper's pulled through before, so you never know when it could end up winning the game for us. But we do suddenly that was Dipper dive right there, so we just sent in Binky to get it taken out by Stealth Rocks. And if it wouldn't have gone from that, it would have died from the burn. So, yes, that was our last mon. We did sadly lose 0-4 against Shell Shock. And GG to you, man. It was a great battle. Also, I'm sorry I uploaded this so late. I don't know why I uploaded this so late, but if you want to check out his channel, go ahead and check in the description. It will be right there. Also, the IBL stuff will also be down there. So, if you guys did enjoy this video, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.